Man, I got dirt all over me. Yes, that's part of it. Dirt. It's alright. It's just a little dirt. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. What's up, y'all? Today's video is about my first backpacking trip, which was an absolute and total cluster. Can I say that? Can I say? I should say it. So back in the winter of '98, it was my first ever scouting trip in general, and it was supposed to be a 4-mile backpacking trip, one overnighter going through some sort of train tunnel in the middle of, I don't know, Wisconsin. Ended up being the train tunnel was closed, and now we've got to hike 10 miles to do a detour around it. We ended up on what is it that's up there? DNR, so Department of Natural Resources up there. We ended up on DNR Road, absolutely and totally lost. Yes, every once in a while Boy Scouts get lost. Here we are. It is getting nighttime. We just decide, we're going to camp on essentially what was like a Forest Service road. And I remember my dad and we had set up a tarp as a lean-to and built a bed of pine needles underneath us so we could lay out our sleeping pads and our sleeping bags on top of that. So I didn't bring the tent. Somebody else brought the tent, not me. I never slept in a tent. I didn't pack a tent, and I still don't know why to this day I didn't pack a tent. Maybe I was supposed to be camping with somebody else. I don't know. And just as all of the scouts and leaders are getting everything put together, campsites, and then they've got their food going. I mean, literally, we started doing steaks there on the side of this Forest Service road. And sure enough, coming down the road, 2 headlights, and here comes DNR, and it's like, man, you can't camp here. Well, we've got all these scouts. Sorry, man, you can't camp here. They offered, though, to take all of us to the place where we first started at, which was like this big pavilion area. So one by one, they took a couple of the leaders there to the original campsite, picked up vehicles, everybody put out their fires, packed up, and we ended up having the overnight there. I packed by the book for that, and I remember all these other scouts had like gallon jugs of water hanging off of them, and like Jinko jeans. Yeah, that dates it. Jinko jeans, and stuffing pillows and Game Boys. You remember how heavy those damn things were? Like, that was like carrying around a brick. Even though my first backpacking trip was not the most ideal by any means and ended up being 2.5 times longer than what it was supposed to, I really kind of enjoyed it. And I thought, whoa, man, things can change. But also made me think, too, later on, had whoever had set up that particular camping had called and done the correct planning to find out whether that tunnel that we were supposed to pass through to get to our campsite was going to be open during that time of the year, we wouldn't have had that problem and that challenge. But even with that, we adapted, and it was like, cool, we're going to have to detour to get where we need to go. But because of that, it was a super memorable trip. And I didn't really let it get me down. I just thought, oh, okay, cool. Well, these things happen, and you just kind of roll with it. And I think had I not had leaders and, people that were that way about it, it's like, hey, we're out here. We'll make the best of it. And I think that's really what happens a lot during backpacking is you get out to a certain situation, and it's not exactly what you thought. And you have 2 choices. You can either kind of grumble about it and, turn around and go home, or you can kind of roll with it and see where it leads and learn from it for the next trip that you make. Yeah, I don't know. We still got lost. Shit happens. Thanks for watching today's video. If you like this content and want to see more like it, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. Always be a student and steward of the outdoors, and I will see you out on trail.